The conversation, it finally ended up about wildlife. And he asked me, he goes, "Have you seen any bears around lately?" And I told him I'd seen just a few of them. And he warned me. He said, "Brian, be careful with them bears. They'll get you." Get you? He goes, "Yeah, man. They'll just get you. And you wouldn't even have to ask them to get you. They'll just come after you anyway." Well, I tell you what, I'm sure that may happen with a bear around these parts up here, but it's definitely not going to happen with your dog. One of the biggest misconceptions we have as dog owners is believing that any attack by your dog, or anyone else's dog for that matter, is unprovoked. Yeah, I get that all the time. "Brian, the attack was unprovoked." Well, again, not even these bears over here in these mountains is attack ever unprovoked. No way. You look out over there, you see a bear, it attacks you, you did something to make that bear want to attack you. And the same thing happens for dogs. It's the same reason. If a dog ever attacks you or anyone that you know of, or even another dog, it's going to do so because it was provoked.
All right. I thought that would be an exciting way to open up the stream. To share a statement like that from a nutter. And he was very serious. He seemed passionate about what he said. And I thought this was funny. I'm sorry, this was definitely funny. Now, it's funny and it's not funny. Because this is inaccurate. And it's very malicious. And to be honest, this was actually the first time I listened to this. We just listened to this for the first time together, unless any of you have already seen it. But how about that? What a mouthful.
There are no unprovoked attacks.
He said there are no unprovoked attacks. Wow. I disagree. I'm talking about it live. Boy, oh boy. Let's see if he responds. Let's see if he tries to defend himself. If he makes a video in response to this video. But this is dangerous. Very malicious. It's very sick. And I want to talk about it on this live stream. Shout out to everybody who's able to join me this morning. You know, I went through a lot of videos yesterday and I wasn't feeling too good. I'm still not feeling too good. Hopefully I feel better so that I won't have to cut the stream short because I really want to get into this. Yeah, I don't know. It's been feeling nauseous. But this is a very unnatural thing to do. To push lies that are this overtly proven to be lies. Things like this don't stand the test of time. This man says all dog attacks are provoked. Now, that's not new. I've shared other reports and statements from other behaviors who said the same thing. They're always provoked.
Maybe that happens with humans, but there's no psychotic dogs.
Did you hear that? He said maybe humans will attack unprovoked. And he said, but there are no psychotic dogs. I am dead serious. This is the first time I've listened to this. The title alone told me that this man was about to say some epic things.
We're the only animals that have the corner market on unprovoked attacks.
He said humans are the only animals that have a corner market on unprovoked attacks. Y'all see how easy of a target these people are? And they're making a profession out of this, out of lying. It's almost unbelievable, isn't it? I laughed, but man, this is scary stuff. And this is what the general public believes.
No other animal does. They're very consistent in the actions that they pursue. So that being said, if your dog ever attacks you or anyone else or another dog, it does so because of competitive reasons. Either you have something I want or I want to keep something that I have from you.
Wow. Wow. So maybe I'll share a link. Let me go ahead and share a link to this video. It's, what is it, like 12 minutes long? It's definitely an earful. Just when you think you've heard all the crazy things you could possibly hear from dog lovers, they always surprise you. Always. Shout out to everybody's in the room. We got a nice crowd in here so far. Hope you share and like the video. Right? Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful work, sir. Taming the Wild is the name of his channel. Got a little over 12,000 subscribers. All right. Wow. And look at the people who believe him. Look at what this person wrote. As usual, you're putting the information out there that people really need to hear. Wow. And that's why I want to title this live stream, Stop Lying on Children. It is a sick thing to do. It's a sick thing to do. And I believe that the more people understand that they're lying on children, the more reluctant they'll be to do it. Eventually, after a number of generations, the youth is going to grow up on our narrative, the narrative of truth, and they're going to let go of these crazy fantasies put out here by these people. Now, that was a dog nutter. Just to give you an idea how dangerous this is. That was a dog nutter. This is a law firm. I shared this before from the Gill Law Group. I think I made a video specifically calling them out. I remember that. Yeah, I called this law group out by name and I shared it with them on social media. Did not get a response. But here you see what they said on their website. So you go from a dog lover, a dog nutter, to a law firm. And on their site, they said most dog attacks happen only after a dog is injured or provoked. Children who are unfamiliar with dogs might not know how to behave around one and how to respect its body and space. Kids don't know how to respect the body and space of dogs. This is from a law group. They continued. They said kids are more likely to pull a dog's tail. Kids are more likely to pull a dog's ears, paws, etc. They said kids are more likely to tease a dog. So across many different professions, education levels, across all education, all classes, genders. This is believed wholeheartedly and really universally by dog lovers. And it's very serious. This is very serious. And it has to be tackled head on because it's such a lie. It literally is not substantiated by any footage, by any reports on attacks. Look at how many videos we've gone over on this channel. If we were to come across a story, video or article where they specify that the attack was provoked, that story would stand out like a sore thumb. So me saying that it never happens, you can confirm that. You would be able to spot it just as fast as I would. And as you all know, in every attack, story, news, I always pause the video as soon as they point out or explain how it was unprovoked. And they're all unprovoked. And this needs to stop.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we're learning disturbing new details about the attack by these dogs, which killed a Putnam County postal worker. The mail carrier has been identified as Pamela Rock of Melrose.
And she was on her Interlochen route when her truck broke down. Neighbors saw.
See, this idea that dogs are provoked and that kids provoke dogs. You know, it would be different if people only blamed adults for doing something to provoke a dog. That would be different. And I wouldn't be as infuriated by it, because adults can defend themselves. You know, it should be on the adults to disprove an accusation somebody's making against you. They're saying that all attacks are provoked, that you always do something. And you're saying this to a bunch of adults. Well, it's on the adults to gather the evidence, gather the footage, gather the reports, and determine whether or not that's true. But it's sick when you lie on children, because children are not going to gather the evidence. They're not going to do what I'm doing. They're not going to collect the videos of dog attacks. So they have to accept everything that the adult world says. That is the sick part of it. It's very malicious. It's very evil. Man, this is just flat out evil. And I tell you what, this truth that we're talking about on this channel, as many people have pointed out, I believe is somehow blacklisted on YouTube. A lot of people have been saying this ever since. I'm going to digress here for a minute. I'm going to digress and point out how I believe my channel is blacklisted. Whereas, you know, they're far less likely to be shown in the suggested search and things like that. Because when you look at these dog videos, these things go viral like immediately. Like seriously, the dumbest videos that have to do with dogs go viral immediately. Let me see what's going on here. This was uploaded a day ago. Already has 19,000 views. This one uploaded one day ago. 722,000 views. Okay. Let's go with videos uploaded this week. Okay, this was uploaded 20 hours ago, not even a day ago. 71,000 views. 3 days ago, 300,000. If 570 people watching this dog video right now, what does this say? 20 hours of virtual dog walking and entertainment for dogs? What? If you all don't mind, I would like to see what that is. Dog walking? Oh no. You have got to be kidding. 20 hours of this? Dog walking. Wow. Almost 600 people watching that right now. So my point is, dogs are extremely popular on YouTube. In a matter of days, they almost always get tens of thousands of views. Not my videos. Some of my videos should have gone viral. The things we talk about, and keep in mind, my tags are a lot of pro dog tags. I put hashtag dog, hashtag pit bull, hashtag dogs are family. I put all that in my tags. But my videos get very few views, and I believe that's by design. Now, why do I say this? Why do I say this? Some of you are aware of my other channels, and you're aware that I have a channel titled History Student. History Student. And on this channel, I deal with Black history. I deal with white history. I deal with American history, African history, European history, and I deal with a lot of social things. That was the channel that that lady, she said, she called me a racist. She said, he's racist. Because he said that ancient Greece never existed. Now, I don't attack any races on this channel, but a few days ago, I uploaded a video. It's like 3 or 4 days ago. And already it has over 30,000 views. That one video. In a few days. That's a viral video. Literally none of my videos here on this channel go viral like that. Have y'all noticed that? The views I get are from the grassroots, where the everyday people sharing it or just subscribe to the channel. All of my videos pretty much get the same number of views, a little over 1,000, between 1,000 and 2,000. Every now and then you'll have one that gets over 2,000, over 3,000. But we've covered so many relevant topics and such a wide variety of topics. More of these, and I'm saying some and I'm saying more, and that's all wrong. At least one of them, they don't go viral like that. The only videos on this channel that really have a lot of views are the oldest ones. Right? Like these. So I believe that my channel, maybe some of your channels, are like, they're blacklisted. This is a powerful message that we're putting out. And, you know, we just got to be mindful of that. a lot of pushback, and it does no one any good to keep them in the dark. But this narrative that attacks are always provoked is very dangerous. And what these people never do is what I'm doing. They never actually show the proof. That guy who was just talking, he didn't show you any reports, no video clips. He just said it and expect to be believed just because he said it and he had a little chalkboard behind him. That's dangerous and that's insulting. To expect people to just believe you and you not showing any references, no sources, no nothing. You just expect to be believed? No. Now with a video like this, I really don't need to say anything. I could literally just show the evidence.
There's a dog in the house.
Okay, why is it that we can't find any videos of a dog being provoked? Now, this dog starts to maul this child. I'm not going to show it. YouTube has a policy to you can't show children being harmed and use it as a way to shock the viewers. And that's not why I share these videos. And I think it's horrible that they have attacked me and my content. You know, when I'm trying to prove a point and I'm not just trying to shock people. And what's wrong with people seeing what actually happens? This is what you dog lovers do. This is the type of scenarios you cause, that you open the door for. You create the conditions for things like this. You should see exactly the type of horror and injuries that are sustained. But I digress. Trust me, and then in case you don't believe me, there's a link to that video. It was completely unprovoked. Y'all remember this story? And this is how all dog attacks happen. Dogs usually, almost always see a victim from afar and run up to them. Do y'all know that if you go onto someone else's property and you both get into a physical altercation, that you're going to be at fault? Even if they struck you first, you're going to be at fault because you're on their property. The same applies with personal space. That's why they made that law of stand your ground. When somebody runs up to you, you're most likely going to lose that case. This is almost always the scenario when dogs attack children and adults. It happens just like this. Okay, we all know about and have seen this epic video. Why is it so difficult to find attacks that were provoked? Why is it always a child usually doesn't even know a dog is there? Because they're doing nothing. Nobody's doing nothing to these things. Ever, ever, ever. Dog attacks are never provoked by children. I made a post about this in the community section. That even, and I mean this, even if a child grabs a dog's ears, pulls on its tail, and again, I've never seen it, or grabs the dog's skin or whatever. Y'all remember that baby that got bitten? And that video went viral. It went viral on this channel. I believe that video I made about it has like like over 100,000 views or something crazy. I don't care what the child, the toddler, the baby does. You cannot blame the child, the baby, for the attack in any way whatsoever, because that is the child's nature. It's our nature, our instinct. We can't help but to grab things. People, we grab and touch without even thinking about it. Okay, how many of y'all remember this? Where this dog ran from way over here. This dog, wait a minute.
This dog is going to close that distance very, very quickly. And yes,
Let's fast forward here a little bit. I got to be careful. Y'all remember this video? This guy is babbling here. Now, I'm not going to show the attack. But y'all remember this dog ran right past two adults. This adult, and it ran right past the adults. It was locked in on the child. And the first thing that these people say when you ask them to explain why dogs attack kids, the first thing they bring up, well, it's usually the child pulling on the dog's tail. They're usually doing something. These people have never seen that happen before in their goofy life. Even if they say that they've seen it before, listen, it clearly is still not happening often enough to dominate the news. It's not happen often enough to make its way onto a video footage. So I'm not believing it. And this type of video right here is very powerful because it demonstrates that the dog is not randomly launching attacks against living organisms. That's not what you see right here. That's not what you see right here. If this dog was indiscriminately attacking humans, it would have attacked the human that it came into contact with first. A lot of dog lovers say dogs don't discriminate. That's a lie. The very reason they prefer to attack children is because they discriminate. They have the ability to identify creatures that are less threatening, that are less dangerous, that are easy targets, that they can maul and not have the victim put up a fight. This dog starts to maul this child. I'm sure you all have seen this, but this is a very powerful, very powerful. If the Supreme Court ever gave me a chance to make a case on banning bully breeds, I would definitely show this. Dogs, I would definitely show this. Ran right past two adults as if the adults were not even there. It was completely locked in on the child because dogs are child predators. That's the proof when you ask anyone to prove that dogs are child predators. Here you go. You see a dog running right past adults to attack a child. Now, my point here is that for you or anyone to look at videos like this and then fix your mouth to say most attacks happen because kids provoke the dogs, you are sick. You are a sick individual. These kids get all torn to shreds and mutilated. You're going to sit up here and say that they need to behave. That the attack happened because they did something. Like this guy just said, oh, they did something. They did something. I believe people are going to grow out of this. We're going to grow above this. And we're going to view doing this as despicable. We're eventually going to examine this culture, this nutter culture, and these different habits. And we are going to try to rise up above it. and be better people. This is one of the biggest stories and dynamics in society. I don't want to hear from nobody talking about that. It has to be something more important to talk about. This is right up there with anything else you can think of. The only difference is there are not that many people willing to talk about it. Shout out to all the content creators here on YouTube. These people, you are true warriors. True warriors. All right. I have more videos than I can remember.
The pain a Phoenix family has got to be going through. Their family pet attacking their 8-month-old boy, MJ Rhea. Both of them now gone. Doctors unable to save that child. Animal control then euthanizing the Rottweiler. We're told the toddler's grandma was looking after him but was doing...
Okay. Y'all see how old he was or how young he was? Back this up.
We're told then euthanizing the Rottweiler. Able to save that child. Animal control then euthanasia. Both of them now gone. Doctors attacking their 8-month-old boy.
Sorry about that. 8 months old. You cannot blame an 8-month-old for being attacked. I don't care what they did. I don't care what they did. Again, we humans, we touch by instinct. Babies grab. When they see things, when you put something in front of even an infant that doesn't have full control over their hands, if you look at their hands moving around, they're trying to touch it. Even before we can formulate thoughts, rational thoughts, before we can speak or understand language, it's an instinct for us to reach out and grab. Don't talk about baby's instinct to reach out and grab as if it's misbehavior. That's sick. You understand what I'm saying? That's sick. That is sick. Who in the world would even do that and not catch themselves? I could probably see someone saying that and then, later on retracting it. Like, whoa, I said something crazy earlier and, I want to take that back. But in this case, these people write entire articles. How can you not go back and review something that you've written or that you put on video? They have all the time in the world. They never get around to it. We up here pleading with them, trying to explain to them how sick this is. And it's like they can't even hear you. Twilight Zone, man. Ain't no 8-month-old baby did nothing to no mutt. Now, I'm not sure. Do 8-month-old babies know how to even walk yet? I would imagine that they're still in those walkers. Or is it, the walkers where they sit up and it helps them to learn how to walk. Their legs stick through this thing. You got the wheels. 8 months old. You supposed to be protecting, keeping dogs away from 8-month-old babies. What are you talking about? And these sick people, so-called professionals, actually made it a culture to use this talking point, this narrative, this false accusation that they're always provoked.
We start this afternoon with breaking news. A Montcalm County man will be facing charges after police say his 2 dogs severely attacked a 5-year-old boy. The attack happened Thursday evening in Winfield Township.
The boy is recovering in the hospital. 13 on Your Side's Carla Byron talked with the boy's mother, who says he has a long recovery ahead.
5-year-old Hunter was outside playing with his younger sister in his grandma's front yard when his mom tells me his neighbor's 2 pit bulls attacked.
Okay. Now piece together this scenario. I know this might sound redundant, but the number of articles and videos out here saying that these dogs are always provoked, it's too rampant, it's too much. There must be something y'all not understanding. So maybe I need to explain this in a different way. Piece this scenario together in your mind. 2 children, you're talking about 5-year-olds, playing in the front yard. A dog attacks them. Do you understand? There's nothing a child could possibly do to provoke an attack in that situation. The dog has to come up to them. There's no 5-year-olds going to see a dog and run after it. Quiet as kept, most of these kids, they know dogs are dangerous. And the only time they'll try to pet a dog is when an adult is around. When you're talking about a 5-year-old, they're still afraid of dogs. So the dog came up to them. This was an unprovoked attack. Don't try to tell me that there was some mysterious reason for the dog to attack toddlers. The only reason these people can point to that might be somewhat understandable is that the dog instinct, its prey drive kicked in. And that is basically when you see something living, attack it. You see something moving. It don't even have to move fast. A dog could just see something moving, walking, moving at a slow pace. It's going to attack. It has nothing to do with something moving fast. If a rabbit is slowly moving along and not running, that dog is going to attack it. Understand this lie. That stupid prey drive, no. Dogs simply attack anything living, anything that is alive, and they kill it just to kill. Anything that behaves like that is the perpetrator. It's not the victim. They're literally wired to attack unprovoked. Like, what are y'all talking about? Again, I have to refer to the numerous attacks on livestock that we hear about all the time, where these mutants run around killing animals, killing livestock, and not eating any of them. Attacking just to attack. Again, why is it so difficult to find video footage of someone provoking a dog? Why is it always the dog coming up to them on their property, invading their personal space, when even our laws say, stand your ground. Don't let another human being invade your space, threatening you. You have a right to stand your ground. That means the dogs are in just as much violation as a human would be. This wouldn't be tolerated with a human. You walk up to somebody with a knife and you're threatening them. You're, swinging the knife at them. They defend themselves. That's self-defense. Totally unprovoked. And here's 2 dogs. Totally unprovoked. So I'm supposed to believe that despite all these videos of dog attacks where the dogs are not provoked, I'm supposed to believe behind closed doors when dogs attack children, oh, those are all provoked. The dog is doing something. Mind you, we have several videos of children.
But we begin with a frightening dog attack taking place
of children being attacked.
Detroit.
Several videos.
Public school and ending inside the building. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for 7 Action News at 5. I'm Brian Abel.
Dog attack at recess. Well, of course. That's like a kid in a candy store. A dog sees a playground full of kids. Oh, it's like heaven for a dog. Let me go kill, kill, kill. In the dog's mind, that's just like viewing livestock. What do they do with livestock? Just run through, attack, and kill just to kill. That's the true evil, demonic nature of dogs. Young people, don't fall for this. How many of y'all seen this movie that came out? Let's digress. How many of y'all seen this new Mutt movie that came out here? Think Like a Dog. How many of y'all heard this movie? Now, as far as I'm aware, this is new. This movie surfaced this year. No, I'm sorry, 2020. Think Like a Dog. Some of you may not fully understand what my problem is. Why I'm so infuriated and agitated. This might help you. This is what I've been fighting. Look at this.
With today's technology, we should be able to hear another person's thoughts.
He said, with today's technology, we should be able to hear another person's thoughts. That's what he said. I don't want you to miss nothing.
It'd be better if we had a human.
Henry's human enough for me.
He said it would be better if we had a human. And the boy said, the dog is human enough for me. This brainwashing that's going on with the few, this is very dangerous.
3, 2, 1.
Must have been a power outage last night.
When Oliver makes an incredible discovery.
Make way for the total package: brains, personality, and good looks.
Okay, so after this experiment, this boy is now able to understand and hear the dog's thoughts.
Will never be the same.
It worked. Henry, I can hear what you're thinking.
You can hear what I'm thinking. Woo! You taste like a genius.
So, all dogs.
See how dangerous this is? They're trying their best to humanize dogs with movies like this. So when they see dogs in the real world and they want to go up and pet them, don't blame that child. Even if it's not a toddler, even if it's a boy this age, I don't care if they even go up to the dog. Rather than the dog coming up to them, if they go up to the dog and try to pet it, I don't care. Y'all making movies like this, images like this, you're not allowed to blame the child. You're at fault. As an adult, you got to be held to adult standards, even if you were raised as a dog nutter. It's your responsibility to smarten up, to be able to hold anything up to scrutiny. That's our job.
I understand all humans.
Duh, but you can't tell anybody.
Now, this dog, in this movie, this dog told this boy that all dogs can understand humans. Let me rewind it.
I'm thinking, woo! You taste like a genius.
So, all dogs understand all humans.
Duh.
See, all dogs understand all humans.
Tell anybody. That's checkmate, sucker. Are you talking to the dog? Ixnay on the walking tay.
This science fair is big for you.
Good luck at the fair.
Now he must make sure his new invention,
This kid is special.
doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Oh my God, it works. He did it.
I would do anything to acquire this technology.
Okay, so some, powerful people want the technology, and they kidnapped them.
I fear for Oliver's safety.
Let us out! Let us out right now!
Sit. You sure you're not hungry?
Wait, what? No one said there'd be snacks.
They've got adventure.
My human is in trouble and I need your help. Oh!
Hear that? Look at that.
Didn't know you were having an awesome party.
Look at that. Let me rewind that.
Adventure.
My human is in trouble and I
A human is in trouble and I need your help.
need your help. Oh!
And a bunch of dogs supposedly had joined
Didn't know
in
you were having an awesome party.
to help a human because dogs love humans so much. This is the message they're putting out there. Dogs are so adapted to humans that they love humans more than any animal on earth. They have to hit you with this type of propaganda when dogs are the only animals that are attacking you. They have to hit you with this type of propaganda to take your attention away from the fact that humans have created entire police departments just for dogs, just to restrain and save people from dogs. People, this is what animal control is all about. Canine units. It's their job to save people from dogs. See a dog loose in the neighborhood, everybody knows it's a threat. Everybody's in danger. Keep your kids in the house. You want to go outside, you better take a weapon. The entire neighborhood is on lockdown when dogs are out roaming free. That's a major, major threat. So they have to constantly try to dumb the truth of that down. And they do it with this pro-dog propaganda. It's quite effective. Because the average person today believes it's unnatural for dogs to attack people. Even though that's by far the most frequent type of attack from animals to humans in the world. And I mean by far.
Party.
Down to a science.
And this is very deceptive. Because when dogs group up together, there's an even higher chance that they're going to attack someone. And it's pretty much guaranteed that if one of them attacks a human, they're all going to join in to help that dog. Dogs function like they hate humans. Young people, I want y'all to understand this. Don't get fooled by movies and stuff like this. They function like they hate humans far more than any other animal on earth hates humans. Only dogs launch threats as soon as they see you on sight. Only dogs run after you and just attack you for no reason. Natural animals don't behave like that. I've gone over this far too many times. Don't need to spend much time on it right now. I've shown several videos of lions, mountain lions, catching human beings in its territory and not threatening that human being, not even in the slightest bit. Where all they do is look at these people, back up and walk away. No hissing, no lunging, no growling. That's how animals behave. Dogs are not animals. These are mutants, demonic, bloodthirsty mutants. Don't be deceived. Movies like this are just designed to deceive people, to get your mind away from the truth.
We are going to save Oliver.
Gabriel Bateman, Kunal Nair, with Megan Fox and Josh Duhamel.
We make a good team, Henry.
Think like a dog.
Think like a dog. How disrespectful, man. How disrespectful. You know how traumatizing it is for child dog attack victims to come home from the hospital and see stuff like this? To see exactly what the adults in society, whose job it is to protect them, what they think about dogs. Then they reflect on all the freedom dogs have. Kids know full well that humans could keep dogs out of society if they wanted to. They're fully aware of that. They're fully aware of the fact that you allow dogs into society by choice. It's not a necessity. They fully understand that. And it drives them crazy. It gives them social dysfunctions because it doesn't make sense. And they become socially dysfunctional. They don't understand why the adults are endangering them like that. Why the adults are acting and functioning like they don't care about them. Why y'all bringing these things in society, giving them all these freedoms, calling them harmless, projecting them like they harmless, trying to force me to be around them, to hug them, when you know full well they could kill me at any time? Quite naturally, people growing up in that situation, they're going to have a lower value for human life themselves. We're in this perpetual state of showing gross disrespect for human life at this point in time. And this has been going on for a while. And it's only natural there will be an uprising against this sick evil in the world. A lot of people point it out in different ways. Very few people deal with the dog lover culture. But this is one of the biggest, most problematic cultures I've ever researched, man. I've ever studied, I've ever even heard of. It's very sickening and deceptive. Very evil. It's one of the few evils in the world that demands the inclusion and participation of kids. That is just sick. It's sick, man. They didn't have to put this boy, they didn't have to put that boy in this movie. They're projecting these movies to kids. They want kids to see dogs and see something harmless that's actually, using human language in its mind and talking to them. They're going to see a movie like that, want to go up to talk to a mutt. And the adults know full well that's very dangerous. Yeah, this is serious. This is a state of emergency. Anybody who thinks that I produce content just to produce content, shame on you. And you're really not the type of person I'm talking to anyways. If you're that distorted, you have to be a nutter yourself. Now, what happened there? You had another child who didn't even know that dog was there. Y'all gonna stop lying? It's just sick, evil, immoral. You're gonna stop doing it. The future generation, will go away. This will go away because it's that sinister. It's that sick. Why don't y'all just leave kids alone? Leave them out of it. Stop promoting dogs to kids. Stop blaming, worst of all, blaming them. You see her natural instinct when she saw that dog, she got scared. The only time kids have bravery and brave enough to be in the presence of dogs is when there is an adult around and they have to have some type of control, have to have the dog on a leash. It's only when a child sees an adult there with the dog on a leash does the child feel somewhat safe. And that is when the adults try to teach the kids to touch them. You're to blame for all of these attacks. Nutters. That's right. And I'm going to share all these videos. I'm not going to show them on this live stream because I'll get in trouble. How we doing? How y'all doing this beautiful Saturday morning? This might be one of the longer live streams. And I got so many videos here. And it's got to be dealt with. Yeah. Right. The lies that surround dog is too much. It's just too much, man. No, y'all not gonna lie like that. They lie to people as if they know full well that people on average are brain dead. You wouldn't try to pull a lie like this with people who you thought had good sense. So how do they know that the general public is so brain dead that they'll accept stuff like this? Something's going on. I don't know if it's something in the water or what, but they know that humans in general are numb. They've been dumbed down and they'll accept anything.
Now on Just One Station, a mother and her 5-year-old recovering this morning after being badly bitten. They were walking when 2 pit bulls attacked them.
there you go. I just wanted to see whether or not this was provoked. And as you heard, it was unprovoked. They were walking when the pit bull attacked them. 2 pit bulls. So another L for dog lovers, dog behaviorists, and everybody else who say that dogs are always provoked. I'm saying they're never provoked, and I'm providing the proof.
Tell you about another story that came across our radar today, and it happened in the Bronx. A little girl attacked by a dog. Normally, that is something that happens, and we do hear about a lot of dog attacks.
You see, normally that's something that happens. She's a dog lover. I can tell by it. If not, then that was a bad thing to say. You know, hey, it's natural. It's normal. That's just something that happens. Sometimes dogs attack children. It has to happen. That's basically what they're saying. It's something we cannot stop, so just accept it.
And it happened in the Bronx. A little girl attacked by a dog. Normally, that is something that happens, and we do hear about a lot of dog attacks.
Okay, I'm not going to show that. Okay, YouTube, I'm not showing it.
But look on your screen as a grandmother walks with her little grandchild. That dog came flying across the street and latched onto that little girl and did not let go. One bystander getting out of his car.
Okay. Now, they showed it on film. The dog came from across the street. Child didn't even know the dog's over there. We're not going to sit here and look at all these videos, read all these stories of completely unprovoked attacks and not say nothing when you behaviorists and all you other trainers, you nutters, sit there and insist that these things were almost guaranteed to be provoked. That's your narrative. That they are always provoked. And when it involves a child, oh, they most definitely, most certainly were provoked. That child, they did something. Child did something. You know, kids are, they won't keep their hands to themselves, even though you're the one that teaches them to rub on these things. Like I said, even if they try to pet the dog, you still can't blame them.
Stella, thank you. And all
blame yourself.
new at 11 now, a 3-year-old child is recovering in the hospital after a violent encounter with a dog. Tonight, that animal is on.
Man, I don't want to hear nothing about no 3-year-old provoking no mutt. Stop it. I'm not even going to entertain that.
Run, and there's a desperate search to find it. ABC Action News reporter Julie Solomon spoke to the boy's mother. She joins us live in Clearwater with how that little boy is doing at this hour. Julie?
Wendy, he is expected to be okay, but he is still in the hospital tonight. He has an infection stemming from that dog bite. Tonight, when we spoke with his mother, she was visibly shaken. Tonight, a 3-year-old...
Man, there should be large groups of mothers and fathers in this country who are committed, have created institutions, organizations that are anti-dog. We want a dog-free community. Dog-free this, dog-free that. Who should be completely anti-dog and committed to it? There should be right now in this country. There will be. There will be. Because this is just the way it is. This is so sick. You know, I have a hard time sharing this stuff.
...year-old is recovering after being viciously attacked by a pit bull in Clearwater.
My mom called me and said he had been bit by a dog in the face, and that's all she could really get out.
Mercedes Tuttle says her son Peyton was sitting on a bench outside RCS Food Bank with his grandmother last week when the dog attacked.
Okay. Now, again, y'all notice after they give a description of what happened, I'm done. I'm sharing these videos as proof that these attacks are always unprovoked. Now try to picture it in your mind. You think this 3-year-old child was sitting on the bench with his grandmother and somehow provoked a dog to attack him? That the child teased the dog? That's one of the things that they say. Notice how they also say that kids tease dogs. That's a way for them to explain why dogs run up to kids and attack them. You understand? They need some way to blame the child when a dog runs up to a child to attack them. And that's their go-to. Well, the child probably teased the dog. This is sinister stuff.
Tonight, a toddler is being treated at a local hospital after
Toddler, a 2-year-old,
being attacked by the family dog in Norwalk. This 2-year-old suffering non-life-threatening injuries. The child's father.
Okay. So the dog lovers, you know, they say in cases like this, oh, the 2-year-old definitely did something. And the father was not doing his job. Don't blame the dog. Blame the child and the father. That's what they say. They blame the child anyways. Child had to do something. How sick is it? How sick is it to bring this completely dysfunctional, deadly predator into the home and then blame a 2-year-old when the 2-year-old touches it? Oh, well, you shouldn't have touched it. Even though I teach you to touch it. Right? Even though I rub on it, which is teaching you to rub on it. And I physically let you rub on it. Well, you should have known the dog didn't want to be touched at that moment. So, can't blame the dog. No. You know, I'm not even going to entertain that. A 2-year-old, stop. Cut it out, dog lovers. Not even you should be that immoral. Y'all remember this? I know y'all remember this. Now we just talking about, I'm not just going to show kids being attacked. Oh, I'm not showing any. But I'm not just going to deal with those stories. I'm going to deal with stories where adults were attacked. Because my goal is to prove that these attacks are unprovoked. Now you see that dog start going crazy as soon as it saw that man. As soon as it saw that man. And you see this woman with her worthless strength. But he was silly for even trying to run past that dog. You know what was going through his head? Oh, it's just a dog. It's not cool to be afraid of a dog, man. Oh, it's just Rover. Oh, I just watched the movie Think Like a Dog. Dog's man's best friend. I'm not going to act afraid of it. That's what he was thinking. Oh, let me just keep jogging. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's just a dog. And then when that dog broke loose, you know, it started to attack him. That's when reality hit him. But what he should have done is he should have been aggressive with that dog, to be honest with you. Because much of that dog's attacking him was because the dog saw that the man was afraid. That dog really didn't want that much smoke. When dogs bark and they're charging, sometimes they will attack immediately if they're really about that. Other times they'll do what this dog did. Lunge, which is threatening, just threatening. This man could have actually started to attack that dog and probably would have gotten that dog off it. But there's your supervision right there. There's your responsible adult with the dog on a leash right there that we're supposed to depend on to stay safe in our communities. What is this? Dog lovers, dog trainers, dog behaviorists. Why is it so hard to find a scenario?
Scared. that they would like chase me there.
I'm just glad my daughter's here.
A scenario where the attack was provoked. Why is it so difficult? Why is it impossible? Y'all remember this, where she was sitting on the porch. We all know this was unprovoked. Dogs came on her porch. Came on her porch. But they project this idea that dogs don't do stuff like that. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you. Oh, these videos, just an anomaly.
Pictures of Christmas morning show 7-year-old
Right?
Whitney Bond with presents. Her favorite, the American Girl doll.
Okay, let me
Nowhere
not
in these
show
photos,
that.
however, do we see the pain the Bond family would feel in a few hours.
It was terrifying.
Alex Bond says he was outside his Rancho Siena neighborhood later that day. He started talking to a neighbor. That's when his daughters followed him and began playing with that neighbor's daughter. It wasn't long after, Bond says, the neighbor's dog attacked Whitney at the neighbor's home.
Okay, there you go. The child was playing with another child. Another one of those scenarios where there's no way it was provoked. She started playing with the neighbor's daughter. Dog ran up and attacked. All right, hey. If y'all don't, look, if you dog lovers,
It's a horrifying situation.
if you don't have proof, you don't have an argument. Nobody should listen to you. Right? If they know you're lying, they're not going to listen to you.
The little girl told deputies that she was just riding her bike down the road when 3 dogs from this new animal shelter that moved in came out of nowhere and attacked her.
Oh, unprovoked. Every attack, every single attack is unprovoked. Nutters. What are y'all going to do about this? How y'all going to fix this? You know, y'all have gone a long time. You've been able to run this narrative on the public. You've been able to get laws or bans removed based on this type of rhetoric.
Okay,
What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? The cat is out the bag, man. Okay, what is this? I already saw this. I want to show that.
A Miramar family is in mourning tonight after an 8-month-old baby girl was mauled to death by the family dog. CBS 4's Ted Scowen spoke to the family. He's live outside the home. And Ted, this is a terrible tragedy. What did the family tell you how this happened?
Well, the mother said that she's just stunned. At this point, she told me she can't even figure out what her emotions are. What happened is just so horrible. This morning, she dropped her young daughter off at this house right here for the grandmother to babysit, and that's when the fatal attack happened.
Okay. The man asked how it happened. Y'all hear the journalist? He asked the other journalist, how did this happen?
Family tell you how this happened.
Did the family tell you how this happened? And he said, well, they dropped the 8-month off and the dog attacked. Sounds unprovoked to me. Any one of you dog lovers want to blame an 8-month-old baby? I believe 8 months old, you're still a baby, 8 months old. But I know a lot of you will blame the 8-month-old. Oh, he probably did something. Probably did something. Okay. It's funny when they mention how kids, they do something, they pull its tail and stuff like that. They don't have nothing to say when you ask, okay, so what about infants? They totally forget that dogs attack babies too. They don't know how to explain that one, or they have no excuse to offer for it.
Beaconsfield on the city's east side where Monet was attacked. Her family is sharing her story tonight in hopes other dog owners will take better control of their pets.
You can do it. Oh, good job. That one was hard.
Monet Shaw struggles to keep her balance. The 11-year-old working her physical therapy program to get stronger a couple months after her injury.
She's doing great. She's made a lot of improvements.
Her parents, Morris and Patrice, watch. They know their daughter has a long road ahead.
I can talk about it now,
what, like the first 2 or 3 days.
Okay. They're taking a long time to get to the situation, so I'm going to fast forward, see what actually happened here.
It was Saturday, June 17th. Monet got her hair done for her 5th grade graduation and had just called her dad to pick her up.
When I pulled up, it was less than probably like 2 minutes. And when I pulled up, it just seemed like everything happened so fast. He knocked her auntie down and went straight for my daughter. He was dragging her down the street on her feet.
Okay. So the dog saw the girl and attacked. That's what he just said. This was a witness to the attack. The dog broke away from its handler and attacked on sight, just like they do with small animals. Just like you see them do when they see a small dog, rabbit, whatever. As soon as they see them, they attack them.
It was here on Beaconsfield on the city's east side where Monet was attacked.
Okay, wait a minute. I was just showing a bunch of the same ones. And I got far too many. I can't even share all of these. Man, this is crazy.
This woman was just...
Oh, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this calm lady? Look how calm she was. Look how non-threatening she behaves. There was no sudden movements. There's only sudden movements from the dog, as always. Okay, what'd she do? Y'all say it's all something. It's always something that provokes the dog. Something that you did.
When a pack
Okay.
of wild dogs went on the attack.
Vicious animal, dogs protecting the elderly female. The dogs were
Okay. Come on, dog lovers. Come on, behaviorists. Professionals. There has to be videos out here that support what you say.
New video tonight shows the moment 2 loose dogs started biting children during recess.
This is video from this afternoon.
Another one. Y'all remember this took place in Detroit. Dog ran inside the school, attacking random kids. You know that's unprovoked. Don't play dumb. No kids inside of a school.
A 6-year-old Big Island girl is recovering after a brutal attack by 2 dogs. The little girl was saved by her 11-year-old sister. Max Rodriguez spoke to the mother of the girls, who's calling for tougher penalties for dog attacks.
This is 6-year-old Violet after being mauled by 2 dogs in her Puna neighborhood while walking home from school with her sisters.
Oh, there you go. Walking home from school.
They say the dogs were able to get out from the owner's property through a gate left open.
Oh, we know that's unprovoked. No child gonna see no dogs burst through an open gate and then run after the dogs. How many of y'all want to try to argue that? A child see pit bulls come out of nowhere and they run towards the pit bull to try to pet it. You nutters, you know you don't have no arguments. This is sad. This is sad. This is the courtroom right here, nutters. Where are you? Where are you? Why don't y'all come to live streams like this and try to make your argument? Where are you behaviorists who examine the footage like we're examining the footage? And why don't you come out and say, hey, y'all looking at this footage wrong? You're not educated. I'm a professional in this field. Let me explain to you exactly what happened, what you're looking at here, and blah, blah, blah. And this is how the child actually provoked the dog to attack. Why don't any of you hop in here and say that? Why don't any of you hop in the comment section after these videos are uploaded and say that? It makes you look bad. Okay? Me pointing it out makes you look even worse.
On Merseyside say they're supporting the family of a 17-month-old girl who has died after being attacked by a pet dog. They were called to a house in St Helens yesterday afternoon and the girl died later in hospital. Well, Peter Lane is at the house for us. And Peter, it's such an awful story. How much do we know about what happened here?
Yeah, hi, Sean. Well, the little girl who died, just a toddler really, Bella Ray Birch, was the name confirmed today, and her family have now issued a short statement, and they've released a couple of photographs this afternoon describing the 17-month-old as much loved. They said, "We'd like to thank the community for their support. She will be sadly missed, but never here where that attack happened, part of the street inside the house here where that attack, white forensic suits working away inside the house here where that attack happened, part of the street here still cordoned off, and flowers and toys now being left outside."
Okay, y'all remember the case of Bella Ray Birch? I made it. You can actually type her name in my channel and video come up that I did on this case. It was unprovoked. At this point, there's no reason to even continue proving that these attacks are unprovoked. It really isn't. But I want it to be undeniable, even for you dog lovers. See, you dog lovers, when this subject comes up, I want you to be quiet. When the subject of dog attacks on children comes up, I want you to be quiet. You know, I want to make it crystal clear that you're lying. Don't even think about saying that, oh, the kids did something, they always provoke. There's always something that they did. No. It's and all over the world, you notice that? All over the world, the same thing happens. No, this was that funny story. See, oh, I definitely can't show this. I definitely cannot show this. This is that video where that man, he knocked this dog. He hit it across the head. Y'all remember this? This man tried to walk by, and he said that their dog tried to bite him. He said something like that. He's walking by and the dog tried to bite him. They actually show some violence here too. I'm glad I didn't show that. Like somebody was roughing up a woman. So it was that man in the red shirt. Okay, this man in the red shirt, he's the one who knocked the dog out. Okay, so he came back with an iron rod and laid that mutt out. As he stood there, the dog ran up on him. He clocked that dog top of the head, knocked it clean out. I'm about to share this video. No, I ain't gonna share. I might get in trouble. Let me not do that. I'll share it in the comment section, or excuse me, the community section. Classic footage here. Just Google that title. Google this. Here, I'll copy and paste that. As soon as you pop that into the YouTube search, it'll show up. You can check it out yourself. Boy, that dog was straightened out real quick. And the dog literally straightened out. Okay, so that was a mix-up. I didn't want to show. Did not want to show that video. I don't know how it got in there. Got into the archives here. I've just gone over like 20 videos already. And I've not seen one case where a dog was provoked.
Our top story tonight, a mother in mourning. Her infant child was attacked and killed by the family dog in Kodak.
Bentley Parker's mom tells us her little boy...
Y'all remember Bentley Parker. I did a story on this too. People, I'm not going to waste time on no baby. You know, ain't no baby done nothing to provoke no attack. And if you're so sick that you would actually blame a baby, man, you need to be put in a straitjacket, just like I use for these videos. You're unstable.
Dog is in quarantine at Lee County Animal Services tonight after attacking a little boy on Pine Island. This happened last week. Tonight, the dog's owner tells us he's going to try to get his dog back.
For New Corner, Sam Sosa has been working
I remember
on the
that
story to explain why legally Animal Services may have to release a dog like this back to its owner. Sam?
The child attacked Friday had to be flown to Tampa General Hospital.
Okay, shut up. Let's fast forward this. Y'all remember this? It was caught on camera.
Surveillance video outside Winn-Dixie on Stringfellow Road shows a little boy walking between his parents when a gray...
Y'all saw that, right? The boy was walking between his parents. The dog ran from behind one of these cars, went straight after the boy. Didn't go after the parents. Again, telling you what? These things do discriminate. I don't want to hear nothing about how dogs don't discriminate, how dogs don't judge. Yes, they do judge. They make a judgment to attack the most harmless, to attack the helpless. And that's why I hate dogs. And that's why you should hate dogs as well. And you should demand that your government bans dogs. That's too much for you. You should demand that they ban bully breeds and exterminate bully breeds. Right? That's the end goal. How sick do you have to be to glorify creatures known for this type of behavior? You're sick. Y'all remember this? This boy getting mauled by a pit bull, and the people act like they were scared of the pit bull. They always act like that. They always look lost, and the people are always terrified. Even when the dog is mauled and clamped down on a child, they're scared. They don't want to get involved. The dog is that dangerous. It's so dangerous. Another reason why they should be banned. It would be different if one adult could stop an attack immediately. Then you wouldn't look so bad. I mean, you'd still look bad. We wouldn't look this bad. It looks a lot worse when you see that multiple adults have a hard time putting an end to one attack by one dog, even if it's attacking a child. Unbelievable. Y'all remember in that video, one of those adults smacked the boy. How many of y'all remember that video? This is one of the craziest videos I've ever seen in my life. This man was so discombobulated. Watch this. Watch this man that comes into the picture. You see that? He smacked the boy on his book bag. Why did he do that? Why did this old off-balance, bumbling old fool, why he smacked that boy's book bag like that? What was the purpose? Hey, let me show it again. This dude is so terrified and confused and discombobulated, he smacks the boy on the book bag. So when a dog attack happens, most people, they're not in a healthy state of mind to even help. Some of them get so confused, they haul off and start beating up the dog attack victim. You probably will never see nothing this crazy again in your life. This child got a pit. Now, you can't see the pit bull. It's out of the frame. There's a pit bull latched to this boy's leg. And this old man walks up and slaps the boy on the back. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Man, oh man. What a morning. What a morning. Now, this is not Saturday. This is Sunday. I'm sorry. I said Saturday. It felt like Saturday because we all get tomorrow off. At least I hope all of you get tomorrow off. It's not an international holiday, is it? It's just Americans then. Right? Shout out to everybody who has to work tomorrow. I'm going to relax for you. I'm going to have you in my heart as I chill. All right. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to rub it in. Working is good. Okay, how many of y'all remember this? This is a relatively recent attack. Okay, now you hear the brain dead mutants barking. Ugh, that is such a sign of how mutated they are. That brainless barking is infuriating. Now y'all see what happened. Those two dogs just ran across the street and attacked somebody. See that man right there? He's right behind this truck. Just walking. Just minding his business. And he's walking slowly. He's not even running. What did I just say, people? Didn't I say you don't have to run? And you can't even call this a predator drive, people. You can't even call these dog attacks prey drive. You can't even do that because the dog is not looking for prey. It's not hungry. It's not looking for something to eat. It's a bloodthirst. That's what it is. And it's unprecedented. It's exclusive to dogs. Only dogs are this way. It's not a prey drive. It's not a prey drive. This is pure bloodthirst. That is the true nature of dogs. Bloodthirst. Y'all can clearly see that this is the way dogs should be talked about in society. And instead, they talk about dogs in the exact opposite way. The most loving creatures ever. That's offensive. That's disrespectful. So this man, once again, unprovoked, he walked along, minding his business. Here come two dogs come out of nowhere, and there's a third dog come out of nowhere. There's a fourth dog come out of nowhere. They said 3 dogs. I just counted 4. Are the other dogs coming to help the man, the human that they love so much? We just saw that video of that movie where a dog could talk and it ran through the neighborhood, said, hey, a human is in trouble. Let's go help him. Did these dogs come up to help the human? They try to fight off that evil dog that attacked that human for no reason? Huh? Y'all clearly see that. 1, 2. See that? 1, 2. 3. This is a small one just came from this way. It's like light color, white or light brown. Okay, that's 3. And there's 4. 4 dogs. Boy, oh boy. If he would have started laying those dogs out, painting the canvas with those mutts' brains, that would have been justice. Soon as the first one got up to him, boom. Boom. Maybe the second one. Dogs are such cowards. The other 2 probably would have ran off after that. So once again, unprovoked. Unprovoked. Why is it so difficult to find a provoked attack? Why do the unprovoked attacks? Why is it exclusively the attacks we have online available to us and the reports available? Why are they all exclusively unprovoked attacks? But yet you, the so-called expert, want to insist they're all provoked. That makes you look like a bunch of fools. It totally ruins the integrity of your so-called profession. Now, if you can't see, this dog is already attacking a child. Someone who was running away from it, not trying to attack it. And I'm going to deal with this lie about dogs attacked because they're full of anxiety and fear. No. That's another cover-up. Another lie. Another way they try to remove blame from the dog. It's anxiety and fear. They walk on grass and they're fearful. And you were close to it, so it attacked you. It's not the dog's fault. Well, hey, like a number of people have said, I want to give whoever credit. Somebody said this, either Dump Dogs or Chef said, hey, well, because all these attacks that I hear about and I see, when I'm close to a dog, my stress and anxiety levels increase. And then I have to pull out a sledgehammer and neutralize the threat. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm bombarded with stories like this. I've seen hundreds of mutilated people. So when I see a dog, especially when I'm close to one, my anxiety levels increase. And I fear for my life and well-being. See, we can't get away with that. If we go around doing that, attacking dogs like that, nobody would sympathize with us and say, well, you know, this person, it was fear and anxiety. Stop it.
At last check, the 11-year-old was in critical but stable condition.
Our other big story tonight, a woman is recovering after a vicious dog attack in a Galveston neighborhood. The entire thing caught on camera.
And we do want to warn you that the video you are about to see may be difficult to watch. Our Jonathan Martinez is on the island with that video and the Good Samaritans who helped save the victim. Jonathan.
Yeah, guys, that brutal attack happened just behind us here in a yard, and many witnesses believe had it not been for those Good Samaritans working nearby and others who live in the area, things could have ended much worse. A vicious dog attack caught on camera.
And you got all these adults. This is more reason they should be illegal. Why? Because it takes multiple adults to stop one dog from attacking. And quite often, those multiple adults can't stop it. Quite often, they're doing just what you see in this video. They got some worthless object in their hand, hitting the dog with it, like a bunch of dummies. All of these people know that they're not going to be able to stop a pit bull from attacking by hitting it with a little plastic object. That's how unprepared they are. They're basically just worthless. And they're making the attack worse. They're hitting the dog with something worthless, and it's biting down even harder. Okay?
It ended with that dog turning its attention to the dachshund's owner.
I was just freaking out because I was just trying to help the dog, but I wasn't expecting the dog to lunge at the lady like that.
He's trying to help the dog. So the dog was attacking another dog at first, and then it started attacking its own owner.
Joe Hernandez works at the body shop, only feet away from where the attack happened.
Okay, so this is unprovoked.
Place it captured on.
It attacked that dog unprovoked. And that's another thing. Pit bulls are always attacking other animals. Or excuse me, did I say animals? I'm sorry. Other dogs unprovoked. That's what they're known for. Pit bulls hate other dogs and animals. So you can't be an animal lover and love pit bulls. You can't be. Can't claim to be an animal lover, but you love the so-called animal that attacks animals. That's all they do. What is this?
There's three, I guess, aggressive, nasty pits in this house. We're going in with kennels.
I don't know what happened to him. He just snapped.
She said, I don't know what happened to the dog. It just snapped. So this is a case where the dogs are attacking their family. You know, dogs are family. Dogs are family. Now the dog's attacking family. Don't know what happened. It just snapped. And you hear this nutter telling the dog to sit. They're trying their best to get one of those ropes on the dog. Rather than just shoot it, they're trying to capture it so they could possibly rehome it, adopt it out, get it to a no-kill shelter.
Sit up! Oh, he's big.
Sit up! Standoff. Dangerous suspect holding off Cleveland police and animal control officers. The suspect, a big, angry pit bull.
And then he grabbed my arm, pulled me off the couch, and was tearing my arm apart. My husband grabbed him because he was attacking me, and then he attacked my husband.
Okay. This is the pit bull owner. Do you get the sense that this woman is in her right state, in a healthy state of mind? Huh? Does this come across to you as an upstanding citizen, member of any given community? We have to ask these questions. We have to examine the people who bring these deadly creatures into our communities. We have to take a good look at them. All right? I can't read. What does this say? It says not a home. Oh, this sign. Y'all see this sign back here? This thing says it's not a home without a pit bull. So these are hardcore pit nutters. Exactly the types of people that I always hope the dog turns. If the dog is going to turn and attack somebody, I always hope that it's the adult nutter owners who get attacked. That's exactly what happened. If somebody's going to get attacked, it need to be you rather than somebody else that you endangered.
Attacked my husband.
Sit! You got him. 3 pit bulls taken from this home, including Blue, the one that turned violent. Husband and wife taken to the hospital. Happened last month, West 47th. Police video just released to the I-Team.
Was this one fighting with them or this one that attacked the owner?
Yeah, like she was worried about me getting it next.
This family has loved pit.
Okay, this helpless, brainwashed child that they have been grooming to be a future pit nutter in here. This should be considered abuse. Okay, this dog just turned and started attacking adults like this. So it's not endangerment to have these things inside the home where kids are? That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. Anybody with kids bring a bully breed into the home, based on the law we have right now, that should be endangerment. That's a violation of the reckless endangerment laws. Look them up.
Pit bulls, but a new study from Ohio State University found.
See their bumper sticker? I love my pit bull. These are bona fide pit nutters. These are the people you'll find in these pro pit bull groups and stuff like that. Got the bumper stickers and all this kind of mess. And got kids up in there. Unbelievable. Hopefully that child smartens up. Finds our content and smartens up.
Found breeds most likely to bite, mixed breeds, pit bulls, and German shepherds.
Mixed breeds. You mean bully breeds. Stop it with that.
Linda Tripp speaking out after finding out what can happen instantly. Again, animal control officers brought 3 pit bulls here to the city kennel. The dog that had attacked was put to sleep, but the folks at the house wanted 1 dog back.
The dog nutters wanted one of those dogs back. Let's just, even after they demonstrated to be dangerous, let's just bring them right back inside the home. Come on, youngster, bring the kids back inside the home. All right?
So we wondered, what is that family's message for your family?
Be cautious.
He said, be cautious. This is her message to other families with pit bulls.
Watch at all times.
Be cautious. Watch at all times. What? How is it cautious to have them inside of your home? How is that being cautious? Oh, let's let it inside. Let's be careful. Well, I got to hear that again. Let's listen to this genius. Well, I know y'all blown away by the intelligence of the average pit nutter. And this is the intelligence of the average pit nutter. Pit nutters are the worst of all dog lovers. I know y'all blown away by her great wisdom, her advice. Okay, let's hear it again.
Her family.
Be cautious. Watch at all times.
She said, be cautious and watch at all times. Wow. Incredible. And this dog that they brought back is acting aggressive right in front of the camera. It's not quiet, tame. It's not friendly. It's threatening the cameraman. Boy, oh boy.
Just 1 pit bull pet here now. Investigators say generally dogs don't attack unless something sets them off.
You hear that? Now, who said that? Let's rewind that.
Investigators say generally dogs don't attack.
Investigators
attack unless something sets them off.
Say dogs don't attack unless something sets them off. So even investigators are afraid to respond to these challenges. Any investigators who follow this channel, you know full well you're not dumb enough to have a true dialogue with us. And I say us because when you leave a comment in the comment section, you got to deal with everybody, not just me. In fact, I don't need to get involved. I can just request that y'all respond and let everybody else deal with you. You know you're easy targets with this type of foolishness. Prove that dogs are always provoked. That's basically what they just said. After all these videos we just watched, after over these years, I've been sharing all these stories. But somehow the investigators have the truth. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome to respond as well. I don't care, you're a detective, you're an investigator, whatever you are. This is funny.
On this night, something went wrong.
He turned on me. I don't understand why, but he turned on me.
Okay, so the dog, the pit nutter doesn't even know why. See, young people, hopefully this child right now is thinking to herself, what an idiot. What an idiot you adults are. You all knew this thing could do this. And hopefully she grows up to be anti-dog and starts and supports a whole bunch of pit bull bans and petitions. He just turned on me. I don't understand. You're supposed to understand. You're a nutter. You're a nutter. You're supposed to understand the mind of a dog like nobody else. So the people who are not pit nutters, you want us to understand why things like this happen, and you want to sit up here and say you're confused?
Turned on me. I don't understand why, but he turned on me.
Okay, that's the great intelligence of the average pit nutter.
I love that dog. I have him since he was 2 months old.
Had it since it was 2 months old. So all that dog has ever known is you. Y'all think this woman abused the dog? Think she beat on it? I bet you a child wouldn't have done that. You know, children, the ones you say that dogs are just like. You raise a child from 2 months old, they're not going to grow up and rip your arm off. But these people want to project dogs as no different from children. That's why they made this goofy movie. That's why they make all those movies. That new movie I just showed, what is it? Think Like a Dog? The agenda behind that is to project dogs as being just as harmless as human babies and children. That they're no different. That's the main agenda they're trying to push to the masses. To view dogs the exact same way. In fact, view them as even more harmless than children. That's why they say when there's an attack, child did something. Y'all remember that video I showed where it was like an animated video, and when the dog was in the room by itself. It's like this little cartoon. Some of you remember. This dog was in the room by itself, and the door opens, and it's a child at the door, and they start playing this scary music, dun 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 dun, and the child actually grows devil horns and fangs. They was trying to project the child as evil, and then the dog attacked the child. And they're saying it's always in self-defense because your little evil child always provokes them. Okay? But a child would have never torn this woman's arm off. This is very sickening. Very sickening. It's hard to believe so many people under the spell. It really is. What is it? Oh, y'all remember this? Okay. Y'all, this was definitely unprovoked. This mutt was just running around attacking people, and it didn't have rabies. Yeah, it was just running around randomly attacking people. Okay. For no reason. See? Just going up and attacking people. Everybody know that's dog behavior. Wow. Okay. But y'all heard the expert at the beginning of the live stream say the dogs are always provoked. The title of his video was No Unprovoked Dog Attacks.
Not enough time.
Okay, now this woman is a bona fide airhead. Here, let me see, just in case some of y'all missed it. What? This is the most epic. This is the most epic video I've ever heard. People, you've never heard a bonehead nutter like this in your life. This guy should be in a straitjacket, people. He just said, boy, this is the most bizarre video ever.
To you, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I was talking this morning to an older gentleman who's lived in these mountains his entire life. And during the course of the conversation, it finally ended up about wildlife. And he asked me, he goes, have you seen any bears around lately? And I told him I'd seen just a few of them. And he warned me. He said, Brian, be careful with them bears. They'll get you. Get you? He goes, yeah, man. They'll just get you, and you won't even have to ask them to get you. They'll just come after you anyway. Well, I tell you what, I'm sure that may happen with a bear around these parts up here, but it's definitely not going to happen with your dog. One of the biggest misconceptions we have as dog owners is believing that any attack by your dog, or anyone else's dog for that matter, is unprovoked. Yeah, I get that all the time. Brian, the attack was unprovoked. Well, again, not even these bears over here in these mountains is attack ever unprovoked. No way. You look out over there, you see a bear, it attacks you, you did something to make that bear want to attack you. And the same thing happens for dogs. It's the same reason. If a dog ever attacks you or anyone that you know of, or even another dog, it's going to do so because it was provoked.
Okay. He said he gets that all the time. I guess he's some kind of trainer. And he's sharing his knowledge, his great wisdom with all of us. And we should be honored and feel privileged to absorb this wisdom. And he titled it, No Unprovoked Dog Attacks. Man, when we start to have our events, we will start having events. You dog nutters, you behaviorists, I don't care what you are, you better stay out of our way. And you all will, you all know it. You're not going to come up to us trying to challenge any of our narratives, any of our talking points, or anything that we believe. You're not, and you know you're not. If you do, just understand, we're going to make an example out of you. You're going to deal a devastating blow to your reputation. Devastating, and you won't be able to recover from it in the dog field that you work in. So I don't care what you are, you better stay out of our way. With talking points like this, coming from a dog trainer, y'all better just be quiet. Boy, this is unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. And you'll see how much information they've put out here in the world. This is tip of the iceberg.
To me.
Oh, what is it? Wait a minute.
To have you with us at 11 tonight, that girl's father is speaking out after his daughter needed 35 stitches.
Wait. What happened here?
We're going to begin, though, with a vicious...
Oh, y'all remember this? Y'all see that dog just come out of nowhere? It's right here. The child is over here on the bike. Now, we see this situation in all of its purity. We see exactly what the child is doing. And we can determine whether or not the child is provoking the dog.
We're going to begin, though, with a...
The child, people, is not even facing the dog. She is facing like across the street, like in this direction.
We're going to begin, though, with a vicious...
Okay. Well, maybe she does. Yeah, she does see it. She does see it. So, I don't know, dog lovers. Is that why it attacked? Because it was looking at her? Is that what you're going to hang your hat on? The dog felt threatened, intimidated? You know, who teaches kids to love something that they're not allowed to look at anyways? Like, what possesses you, nutters, to want to teach kids to love dogs, but they're not allowed to look at them? How does that work? Now, you clearly see this child wasn't doing nothing. This is another unprovoked attack. We're going to begin,
though, with a vicious dog.
All right, I'm not going to show it. No. We'll follow the YouTube rules. But I saw what I needed to see in that few seconds. Unprovoked.
Thanks for joining us at noon. I'm Bianca Holman. Just into our newsroom, Metro Police have released a body cam video of an officer who shot and killed a dog during a suicide investigation. 8 News Now reporter Orca Manna joins us in studio to give us a closer look. Orca?
Well, Bianca, this happened at a home near Nellis and Sahara last month. Police were investigating a body that was found nearby, and we want to warn you the video may be disturbing for some viewers.
Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes!
We've stopped the video just before the officer opened fire.
Why? Do y'all know they have videos all over YouTube? Like, police departments have YouTube channels, and they show people getting shot all the time. They have no problem showing people getting. Have y'all noticed that? But when it comes to dogs, they refuse to show even aggressive attacking dogs getting shot, as if these things are valuable. An attacking dog, it got what it deserved. Why are you not wanting to show it? But as you can see, another unprovoked attack. This narrative is going to stop. It's going to stop. I don't care how much we get blacklisted. Y'all want to hide our channels. You want to hide our content. You want to make it very unavailable for people. Shadow ban and all this kind of stuff. It might slow down the process, but it won't stop it. We're going to reach the world. We're going to reach the whole world eventually. You know, and it's disappointing, man, to know that there are forces working against our message. Because honestly, many of our videos should have gone viral by now. Chef had a video that I hope she re-uploads, where she's talking about the Little Red Riding Hood and how that's actually a description of a dog, but they've been projecting it as a wolf and demonizing wolves for so long. But when you read the story, it was a classic video. Videos like that should go viral, man. There are so many videos that should go viral that don't, because they're, you know, I suspect people behind the scenes working hard to make sure our message does not reach the masses, at least not rapidly. But it will happen in due time. Okay, I have been here for 2 hours. I've been here for 2 hours. Shout out to everybody who was able to join me for this live stream. Like I said, I get tomorrow off, so I will definitely hop back on here, maybe even later on today. Mr. Payne in the building. Amanda Peterson, big shout out to you. Everybody in the house. Buster Gundo. It's annoying to me how prevalent that narrative is. They're always provoked. Oh, they're always provoked. Well, you did something, you just don't know what you did. You know, you did something you were unaware. Stop it. Shout out to Ashley in the building. Have not seen Ashley in a while. Big shout out to you. Hope you're doing okay. Man, we had a nice little crowd in here today. Ashley is Dogs Are Garbage, aka Ashley for those people. Her name right now is Learning from Life with Ashley. Make sure you check her out. Make sure you check out, who is that? I have another content creator, Toxic Paw Print. Toxic Paw Print in the building. Bronze in the Isabel, good to see you too. Leah, right? We Hate Dogs in the building. She check out We Hate Dogs as well. Sane in the building, big shout out to you. Sunny Day Vox, big shout out to you. And any and everybody else I may have forgotten. Ashar, I see you. Big shout out. Dave C in the building. Louise, as always, shout out to you. Sunny Day. And I hope to see you all back here on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.